My name is David Thomasee, and I am the Director of Criminal Justice Programs here at Gulf Coast State College. So I went to the Law Enforcement Academy here at Gulf Coast State College, or then it was Gulf Coast Community College. Joined law enforcement in 2004, was a full-time law enforcement officer until September of 2013 when I came to work here at Gulf Coast. And I stayed on doing law enforcement as a reserve officer since then, and still currently doing that as well. For me, I grew up here in Panama City, went to high school here. Like I said, I went to the Law Enforcement Academy here at Gulf Coast in 2003. Got hired on right after I finished the academy in 2004, and worked for two agencies here locally, Springfield Police Department for the first year, and then I went to the Panama City Police Department in January of 2005. And it was shortly after I started working there at the police department in March of 2005 that the Panama City Beach Police Department suffered an officer who was killed in the line of duty. And I happened to be on duty that night. I was still in training. And there was just something about that night that sort of stuck training for me after that. I got more involved in training, started taking courses to become an instructor. And then actually while I was an adjunct here in the Law Enforcement Academy, I was approached by a former board member for the college that said they had created a new position. They were looking for a campus safety director. And he asked me if I thought I might be interested in that position. I applied for that job, and through some stiff competition managed to get selected, and started my journey here in September of 2013. Was the campus safety director from 2013 until January of 2021. January of 2021, I switched out of that position completely and came over to the academic side as the Director of Criminal Justice Programs. And I'd actually started doing this the year prior, 2 years prior, in the fall of 2019, and I served in both roles until January of this year. I think the most important part in being a great educator is being able to connect with your students. I think in every division that we have, every academic division, every program, the experience, the education, in some cases the expertise, sort of the trials and tribulations that got the instructors to the area where they are, those are all things that I think students are seeking. It helps them tie what's in a textbook to what it's going to be like in the real world. And so I think your ability as an instructor or as a professor, educator, however you'd like to call that, I think your ability to connect with your students and deliver those experiences and that knowledge to them, it's got to be the number one part in that. The best advice that I think I could give any of my students would be to try. It can be a daunting task sometimes. It can be, kind of scary. Maybe you didn't do well in high school, and so you're not sure that college is right for you. Try. You'd be amazed at what happens. You'd be amazed at the things that capture your attention, and the things that allow you to sort of expand into who you're going to be. And you would miss all of those things if you don't try. So give it a shot. And I don't mean a sort of a half-hearted shot. If nothing else, take one semester and give it all you got for one semester and see what happens. At the end of that semester, if you're not sure, let's talk about it. Let's find out what maybe the shortcomings were, or the things that we can do here at Gulf Coast to make it a better experience for you. But if you never try, you certainly aren't going to succeed. Yeah, so I've served in several roles here. Like I mentioned earlier, I started off as the campus safety director. And then in 2019, I came over to the academic side as a Director of Criminal Justice Programs, which is my current position now. But I've served on multiple committees, including things like Fall Conference Committee, Behavioral Intervention Team, Threat Assessment Committees. served as sort of the liaison between the college and local law enforcement through both emergency natural disaster type scenarios and extending education and training opportunities out to them. So I've gotten to sort of try some different things, some things I wasn't so sure about, but always had good support from the college in pursuing those. My favorite part of my job, I think now in the criminal justice side versus the campus safety side, my favorite part now is seeing my former students being successful in the career field that they chose. So when they come through our program, whether it's corrections or whether it's law enforcement, it's always, for me, the best part to see them out in that job, doing the things that we trained them and educated them to do and being successful at it. Yeah, so in the criminal justice programs, for me, we cover several things. Law Enforcement Academy is one of those. Corrections Academy is the other, as far as the academies that we look at. In addition to that, the criminal justice degree program, both the Associate in Science and the Associate in Arts. Associate in Science is a terminal degree. That one ends when that program is complete, but the Associate in Arts degree is for the students who intend to transfer to a four-year university to pursue a bachelor's degree. We also include in here, even for those that aren't degree seeking, maybe that are already working in the profession, I oversee the advanced and specialized training. So if you're already working for a law enforcement agency and you want to get a certification in speed measurement, or you want to get certified in maybe interviews and interrogations, or if you want to become an instructor, we offer those programs as well.